Shalom, welcome to Shalom Adventures Hebrew class, or Hebrew 101, or a very beginner or beginner's class. We're up to lesson number 10. We've learned the aleph and the ayin are always silent. We learned the bet makes the B and the vet makes the V. The symbols at the end, the vowels underneath the words. The resh and the dalet. We've learned the gimel. We've learned the nun and the final nun. And we've learned the E, and we've learned the yud, the Y. We've learned the mem and the final mem. So a bunch of letters here already that we have learned and what they look like. Right? So our mem is kind of mountainous, and our final mem more square. So reviewing, let's see, how many letters have we learned so far? We'll get to that in a second. Okay, so silent, b, bet, vet, dalet, resh, nun, gimel, yud, mem, all with the ahs. Ah, ba, va, da, ra, na, ga, ya, ma. Excellent. Okay, now with the es, a couple of ahs in there, but with the 2 dots 3 dot either way, both are right? Eggs, horizontally, eggs, Okay, together, read it together with me. Ba, va, de, re, ne, ge, ye, me. All right, and now with a couple of E's in here, right? Single dots are E, the single P down at the feet, E sound, okay? Ba, vi, de, re, ne, ge, ye, me. Very good, very good. So, how many, I'm wondering, let's see. How many letters have we learned already here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus the final 11, plus the final nun, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We've learned 17 letters in just 10 lessons. I'm telling you, no kid, and we've only taken, I think, less than an hour in each lesson, just being a few minutes each. There's no kid in kindergarten or whatever that learns that many that fast and able to read 2-syllable words with 5, 6 letters in them in just these, just 10 short lessons like this. Or again, someone coming over to learn English would be able to learn this many English letters. They've never seen the letters before, this many symbols in English, and learn them that quickly, be able to read that many words. Hebrew, again, you're doing great. Everyone here is doing great and picking this up very quickly. We're going to continue to pick up the pace as we add more on, so getting this down will be really helpful. But you're all doing great at this, and amazingly quick, again, how easy Hebrew is. And so, all right, let's add to that. Let's add with the hey. We'll start with the hey. It makes the H sound. This is what it looks like. And a little reminder that might help you is it has a half of a line right there. Half, hey, or that it has a hole right there. And I think that would be a good reminder because we're going to learn a letter that looks exactly like this, but it does not have a hole. Instead of it having a half line, the line goes all the way up to the top. That's the only difference between those two letters. And so remembering the hole for the hey, or the half line for the hey, either way will help you to distinguish it between that other letter that looks very similar to it. So hey making the H sound, the h sound. And we want to do another letter here. Okay. The lamed makes the L sound, the lamed. And if you look just at the top of it, it looks kind of like an L. All right? You got that L shape there. So the lamed making the L shape on its top part there, and then it comes down here. But the lamed. All right, let's read a couple of words using the hey and the lamed. Hey, the H, the ah, and the resh, one syllable, all together. So we'll read all three of these sounds together. The hey, the huh, the ah, and the r, all together. Let's read it together. Har, har. And so again, if you picture that in your mind, you'd have an H, an AR, AH, and an R, right? Har, har, har. And har is mountain, mountain, mountain. That's the word for mountain. In Revelation, it talks about Harmageddon, Harmageddon. That's Har, mountain of Megiddo, is where it comes from. Harmageddon. So Har means mountain. And then we got our gimel, right, with the gap there, gimel, G sound, our ah, our mem, not the final mem, it's not at the end, it's in the middle, it's the mem, mountainous, mem, M sound, and our ah, and our lamed, so it's a two-syllable word, right? We do the syllable break right there, so we've got our G and our ah for our first syllable, and then our M, the M, and the ah, and the L, for the second syllable. So let's read it in two syllables, and then we'll read it together as a word. Ga, ga, right? Okay. Next syllable. Mal, mal, mal. All right, so let's read it together as a word. Ga, mal, gamal, gamal, gamal. And that's the Hebrew word for camel, gamal. Thank you for joining us at shalomadventure.com for our Hebrew lesson.